Holy crap, I am going 16 miles an hour on 131 and it's completely black ice right now. Complete black ice. This is terrible. At least I'm not in some southern state like Georgia or Texas where they don't know how to friggin' drive in it, and then they're having like multiple semis crashing into regular people's cars and killing tens or hundreds of people. So my windshield wipers are going nuts. Anyway, just a little video to show you like literally how terrible this road is right now. I'm passing this. This is crazy. So that I don't get just stuck on slick ice on the side here. The snow is on the side. The ice is all across. Ooh, 26 miles an hour. Woohoo! Welcome to Michigan. Last week it was 70 degrees. This week we have 12 inches of snow coming in. Ooh, that's loud. I don't think I've ever went this slow on 131. Just before this, there were a few people in the ditches. But overall, I mean, as bad as this is, there is not that many people in the ditches, thank God. People are using an abundance of caution for once, which is unusually good. Michigan. I'm not sure which city, but it goes through Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids, all the way through to, it stops just before Traverse City. So it's kind of like the northwest, like north-south road on the western side of the state. And we're going towards Big Rapids, which is central, like north of central Michigan, essentially. It's in the northern half of Lower Michigan. Yeah, this road, holy shit. It is slick. It's just sheer ice. And if you're not like grabbing the snow on the side, there's nothing. I can see the line, and I am like way over on the edge of the road. But I'm fine with that. Last week I almost hit a deer. The car in front of me was going 75. I was going 80, so I was just going into the fast lane to pass it. And it hits this deer square in the front grill. And it rolls to the side, and this deer is rolling over and over and over again. I've never seen this happen, but this big, huge buck, it was a large deer, starts rolling down the expressway straight at me, and I slam on my brakes. I'm right on this road, just about 15 miles down south of here. I'm on this road, and I slam on my brakes, but I'm really worried that somebody's going to rear end me if I don't hit this deer as it is, because by the grace of God, I did not hit that deer, honestly. So I almost come to a complete stop, and the deer stops rolling right in front of me. And so then I kind of move to the left to get around it. This deer, who got hit by a car straight on at 75 miles an hour, gets up and starts running again into the center of the expressway, into the median area. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened. And I had to slam on my brakes one more time. And then it ran away, and I'm sure it went and died somewhere because the impact of that had to have given it internal injuries. But anyway, that was pretty scary, and I've never had that happen. I have hit 4 deer in my life, but I have never had something crazy like that happen where the deer was just rolling on the road over and over and over again, like around it, like on its side, just rolling. Jeez, I'll just never get that image out of my head. It was crazy and terrible. It's terrible to see. I had so much adrenaline. I had to like shake myself out, like shake my arms and, you know, like release the stress out of my body when that happened. It was so horrible at the time. Shit, I can't see my lane at all. Oh boy. I think I'm in it. I'm doing okay. The road has gotten slightly better now. We are going 38 to 40 miles an hour. And yeah, you can see I'm getting past now, so you can tell it's a little bit better. It's not like sheer ice like it was just a few miles ago. Oh, look at that. Even a semi's passing me now. Ooh. As long as he doesn't jackknife, I'm fine. To slow them down, that's for sure. We love our semis around here because they've went through a lot trying to keep going with the gas prices, and now we're going to go shortage. God knows what's going to happen there. Anyway, gotta get over here. I'm not sure, but we might have driven over into Mecosta County. And Mecosta County takes care of their roads far better than whatever is south, which I think is Newaygo County. Newaygo County is terrible. Their roads are. I did a surveying job this afternoon in Casnovia Township, which is like a lot of farming area. I gotta get over. I can't go this fast in here. I don't want to slow anyone else down. Anyway, I did a surveying job this morning or this afternoon in that township, and it started out with just like a dusting of snow in the morning before this all started coming down. And then this storm started hitting, and we started getting so much snow that I think within about 15 minutes we saw an inch come down. By the time we were there, like 4 hours doing the job there, and within that time we saw 6 inches. It was insane. I haven't seen that much snow come down that fast in a very long time. It's beautiful, but you don't really want to work in it. To get around this truck, but now I'm not so sure. I think he sped up, to be honest. Slower is a little bit nicer now. That was a little rough. I'm going about 34 now. Woohoo, and I feel comfortable doing this. And if you've noticed, I haven't seen any cars to the side, like falling off, slipping off the road, thankfully. But just before I started this video, they were all over. Police on the side of the road. Cars that had just slid into the ditch. And the scary thing is the ditch may be clear, or it may have these big trees all around, so you could wind up in a safe ditch, or you could wind up hitting a tree, and you just don't know. It's scary. I've never slid into a ditch in my life, and God willing, I hope I never do. I pray I never do. 29 miles an hour now. It's slowing down again, but we're going uphill. That might be part of it. Maybe it's simply because we're having to go so slow, but there is never this much traffic on a Thursday going home this way. I think maybe we're all jammed up because we're stuck going so much slower, but this is unusual, seeing this many cars. Looks like there's something on the side, on the other side of the road. Something. Again, I don't know if somebody's like being overly cautious over here, if somebody slid off or what. There's a wrecker over there on the other side of the road, but I can't move the camera right now. It's too much. Ooh, this is really slushy. Like it just wants to drag you one side or the other. Going too fast, your wheel's gonna catch in that slush and it'll whip you right off the road. Video going because I have 6 more miles to go. We'll see what it looks like from here on out. This road's been recently plowed. It's not so bad here. I'm not going to get overly excited. 40 miles is about it, because again, this is pure ice underneath. There's no real control. Filming this so that my daughter, who moved out to Oregon, can see this and know how lucky she's got it. She asked me to call her as soon as I got home and was safe, so I will do that, but I'll also give her a taste of what it was really like. Normally, if I were driving my truck right now, I have a Expedition and I've got some good all-terrain tires on it. I would probably be in the other lane going a little bit faster. But my truck needed some repairs, so I didn't dare take it. So I have I'm driving an Audi Q7, and it has good tires on it and all, but it's not a truck. It does pretty well, and it's all-wheel drive, so it handles pretty well, but again, like, I could handle this much better in my Expedition. Well, look at that. It's finally stopped snowing. This is all black ice. And from what I understood, like we're in a winter storm. But I think that Grand Rapids and parts south of here had it worse than this. So I'll be curious to see how much snow they got. It looks like we've got, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches, maybe 6 inches. Because this morning when I left for work, don't know, about an inch or two, because we got about 3 inches, but the majority of that had already kind of melted, gone away. So, or in the day or two before this. Oh, it's snowing again. I'm on the home stretch though. Pisses me off when cars like that. I can understand a truck passing me, but when smaller cars that don't have a lot of weight to them are passing you like that, you just don't trust it, because they can hit a thicker part of snow and just get twisted all around and hit you, and then you never know. You never know. It's just the grace of God that protects you. Just grateful I have tomorrow off. Man, I would not want to drive to work in this tomorrow morning. It will be even worse. Actually, tomorrow we're supposed to get like twice the snow we got today, so it's going to be much worse tomorrow. Hopefully the people who don't have to drive won't, because this isn't for the beginner level, and it isn't for people who don't know what they're doing or never driven in it. Jeez, that guy came close. Where's my lane? Where's the lane? You can't tell. You just do your best approximation.
In 2 miles, take exit 131 for Michigan 20 west toward White Cloud.
Why you gotta do that, man? Don't pull in front of me so I don't have as much of a buffer. The snow is not so bad. It's literally, we have black ice under this. This black ice is what's scary, what's slowing everyone down so much more. vehicle strips and he was way in my lane and I started to slide. Thank God we didn't connect. I'd say since I started this job about a year and a half ago, this is probably the worst drive home I've had. Now let's see what the country roads look like. I don't know, it doesn't even look like they got as much fixed right there. Hurry up, dude. This is a hill going down to a bridge over the Muskegon River, and we're right over by we're coming up into Big Rapids, and inevitably, unfortunately, whenever there's bad weather, somebody crashes on this bridge. I've seen some fatal accidents on this road too. Or just not too, but I have seen some nasty crashes with the ice and snow. Because it's a college student area and there's a lot of young drivers and they don't know what they're doing yet, or they're just not good enough to know how to control for some of this stuff. Who does sometimes though, honestly. Accidents happen. Good or bad drivers. Oh, I'm behind the plow truck now. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe.